The Mile of Momentum. Under a sky painted in shades of violet and gold, 3 contenders stood at the edge of the asphalt ribbon known as the Blackwood Mile. First was Octane, a man who lived by the rhythmic pulse of pistons and the scent of high-grade gasoline. His vehicle, a heavy-set coupe with a snarling V8 engine, shimmered with the heat of idling combustion. For Octane, power was a matter of fire and pressure, though much of it was lost to the wind as heat before the wheels even turned. Beside him sat Amp, a pilot who believed in the harmony of 2 worlds. Her hybrid vehicle was a masterpiece of compromise, housing both a modest internal combustion engine and a nimble electric motor. Amp checked her gauges, noting the full charge of her battery. She knew her strength lay in the instant torque of electricity and the endurance of fuel, a bridge between the old guard and the new frontier. At the far end of the line was Soren, tucked inside a machine that looked less like a car and more like a fallen star. This was the Aptera, a solar electric vehicle designed with the radical geometry of a teardrop. It had only 3 wheels and a skin embedded with solar cells that drank the dying sunlight. Soren knew that while the others fought the air, his vehicle was designed to dance through it, utilizing every watt with surgical precision. The flag dropped. Octane's V8 erupted in a deafening roar, but the sudden burst of energy caused his rear tires to spin, wasting precious seconds as rubber turned to smoke. The massive engine was powerful, but its thermal efficiency was low. Nearly 70% of the fuel's energy was escaping as heat through the radiator and exhaust, rather than pushing the car forward. Amp took the early lead. Her hybrid's electric motor delivered maximum torque the moment her foot hit the pedal, bypassing the delay of a shifting transmission. Beside her, Octane struggled to find traction, his heavy engine still fighting to translate its internal explosions into forward momentum. Amp's vehicle moved with a quiet, efficient hum, its dual powertrains working in perfect synchronization to seize the head of the pack. As they hit the half-mile mark, the physics of the atmosphere began to take their toll. Octane's car, built with a broad, aggressive grille, pushed against a literal wall of air. The faster he went, the more fuel he burned just to displace the wind. Even Amp's hybrid began to feel the drag. Its shape, while modern, was still subject to the turbulence that forms behind a traditional 4-wheel chassis. This was where Soren and the Aptera began their ascent. While the others fought the air, Soren sliced it. With a coefficient of drag of only 0.13, lower than almost any production vehicle in history, the Aptera required very little energy to maintain high speeds. While Octane and Amp were battling the invisible weight of the atmosphere, Soren was gliding, his lightweight composite frame requiring a fraction of the power to sustain his velocity. Amp's hybrid began to transition. As the battery depleted from the initial sprint, her small internal combustion engine kicked in to maintain speed. The handoff was seamless, but the sudden increase in weight from the dual system started to show. She watched as Soren's 3-wheeled silhouette grew larger in her rearview mirror, coming up fast with a silent, relentless momentum that neither fire nor hybridity could match. In the final quarter mile, the race became a lesson in the elegance of physics. Octane was falling back, his fuel tank draining as he pushed his engine to its thermal limit. Amp was holding steady, but her vehicle's mass worked against her. Soren, using the energy harvested from the sun and stored in his lightweight batteries, surged forward. The Aptera's lack of a 4th wheel reduced rolling resistance, allowing it to overtake the hybrid just as the finish line came into view. The race concluded not with a roar, but with a whisper. Soren stepped out of the Aptera as the cooling breeze of the evening settled over the track. He was met by the judge, who handed him a trophy crafted from recycled glass and polished steel. It was a victory for the most efficient traveler, the one who understood that the fastest way to the future wasn't through more power, but through less resistance.